Tone, what's happening? Mac, what's happening, man? Mac, did you get that did you get that email? Did he fix the email? Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. It's gonna be a goodie tonight. I just was texting you, RJ. But Mac, did you get that email? Yes, no? Just waiting for KR to get in here. But definitely appreciate y'all. Had a crazy day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. Gotta get my pick me up. Just purchased the triplex today. So I'm excited. I'm hyped. I can't wait to get started on that bad boy. See where KR is. Keith, what's happening, bro? KR, you already know, but definitely hope everybody got their tickets. May 29th is definitely going down. You there, KR?
Yeah, what's up? What's up? I'm
Can you
gonna
hear
call
me?
you. Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay. All right, I see. I see you. I see you. Okay. What's going on? How are you?
I'm chilling, visiting some family. I can't complain. They keep me busy all day, all night. If it's something, one of the businesses got something popping.
Okay. All right. That's definitely good, man. That's good. How you been, man? How the tennis treating you?
Actually, the government has been, at least Delaware County, they've been pretty nice. I had a few tenants that was behind a few $100 or something, and they just been breaking us off with these big checks. Just send them in the email, and I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I was like, "Good Lord!" So it's been good. The tenants had, I think everybody's just been in good shape. That's what we really appreciate. They're not stressing us out. We tell them to sign up for the free money. A lot of people signing up, and they're not even that far behind. So it's been good.
Nah, that's good money. For those who don't know, KR, KJ Consult, real estate investor. He is the gentleman that gives you the blueprint to teach you how to invest in properties doing facelifts. He is not a big rip it down to the brick. He's in and out, quick, easy, and adding value, collecting cash flow on, what is it, 100 doors, KR?
105. Yeah.
My bad, 105. Don't mess it up. Give me my five. Give me my five. So, that's definitely dope, man. Um, how long you been in this, KR?
Since 2009.
Okay, 2009. So, he's been putting in the work from single family all the way to multi-family. And then like what was it? What was your last run? You bought like 40 units in 12 months or something?
And in the middle of the pandemic, I bought 70 units. So from July of 2020 until July 2020 up until September 9th, I bought 70 units within that time frame.
Wait, July, August, September. That's July. That's 4 months.
Yeah, I bought 70 units.
So all right. So before we talk about buying 70 units at once, right? Just your strategy. Like, can we
Yeah.
talk about just what you're looking for, or how do you identify these lipstick properties?
So I would say, what I do, we call them as cover girl, uh, easy breezy properties. Because so when you think of what I'm doing is I'm taking someone like Queen Latifah straight from the hood and making her glorious and beautiful.
So what we do is we spend a lot of time. Initially, I used to look at foreclosed properties, ROEs, and short sales, where you go inside and you make sure they have nice bones. So I always, if they have really good hardwood floors, I know that I don't have to put in new floors. If the bathrooms are what I like, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, when I was doing single families, we will always look for the same setup. So if it's a small bathroom, we know we can use certain tile in there. And we look at the mechanicals, make sure you don't have to do any major repairs and change your mechanicals. And right there from the jump, we know that this is going to be an easy rehab. So instead of putting all new sheetrock, we just put the new sheetrock going down to the studs, put the new sheetrock right on top of the old sheetrock. And then we have a formula for how we want every room to look. So while I'm going to go look at these properties, if I see a lot of stuff missing just from screening, I don't even need to look at it for 2 minutes on my team, and we'll say that's too much work. We're not in the business of being in a project for a long time. So after we did that with individual houses for 9 years, we took the same approach for apartments. So we'll find apartments that we think are outdated. And what we do is we definitely do put in a new bathroom, ceramic tiles and tub and shower, and put that in the kitchen. And we put hardwood floors in the apartments, but we don't have to put sheetrock on the walls. We just paint it. And then we don't have to put recessed lights in the apartments on the ceilings. We just have to refresh it. So we try to give it a little bit of a punch versus just a complete quick facelift. But we can turn apartments over like in 2 weeks, sometimes 2 days.
The question on the floor, KR, is what's a good amount to cash flow once you refi? Per door.
So I would tell people you don't, a lot of people are misinformed. They think that you have to have an LLC in order to buy a single family home. I actually advise against that. KJ Consulting, what we tell people is get at least the first 10 properties in your own individual name, because the government allows us to have 10 mortgages in your own name. So if you're married, you and your wife or you and your husband can have 20 properties in total with the loans. The reason why you do in your personal name is, one, the interest rate is going to be much lower. 2, you're going to be able to get it fixed for 30 years. And what that means is that your monthly mortgage is actually going to be lower. And so therefore, you're going to have higher cash flows. And then what you can do is get your regular insurance, then get an umbrella insurance to cover your 10 properties. That way, you're going to get really nice cash flows. So most people, if they got it in the LLC, the interest rate is 1% to 2% higher. Your own name will be like 5% in the LLC, and you'll be on the amortization for 20 years. So your mortgage payments will be higher because of the shorter duration. So most people say, oh, if you can get 100 in cash flow, you're looking pretty. But if you put in your personal name, that number could be anywhere between like $250 to $350 a month if you were charging $1,000 a month and you're pretty low. So I like to tell people, depending on if it's in your personal name or if it's in the LLC, that's the big difference when you think about cash flows. But anything over like $150 or more is really good for starters. But some of my properties, I make like $700 a month in free cash flow because we do the property management, and we also do any minor repairs, and we also own the property.
Nice. So during this process of being able to scale up, I was talking to a gentleman earlier. So he mentioned like, hey, he wants to buy properties, not do big rehabs. But the problem is the down payment. So when you talk about buying 10 properties, right, and I buy them on my personal name, you don't necessarily refinance them. You just come up with more down payments. So it's like for the average person working, a 9 to 5, getting paid every 2 weeks.
So
how do I find that money to come up with another down payment?
So exactly what you should do. So what people don't realize is that delayed gratification is not your enemy. So when I started, I had one property in 2009. By 2018, I had 9 rental units. By 2019, I had 35 rental units. And 2020, I had 105. The reason there's that big gap between 2009 and 2018 is because what I was doing is I'll buy something, say for $22,000, put $17,000 in, it refis for $115,000. You get $80-something thousand back. Instead of using that money for my day-to-day life, I put that in a bank account and I'm getting a higher rent and I still have my 9 to 5. So if you go to like American Heritage Federal Credit Union in Philly, you could buy a house for like $50,000 and only put down 15%, which means you only need $7,500. And remember, this is an easy breezy cover girl house. So therefore you're able to rehab it maybe for 5,000, 10,000, and then you save up again and you buy another one the next year. So over time, you're able to get about 10 of these properties. You have like several $100,000 saved from all your rehab money. You still have your 9 to 5, and then you're able to put down a down payment for your first apartment building that's already occupied. And when tenants move out, that's when you're able to upgrade. So I have bought like a property for 60,000, 50,000, or 20,000, 30,000, and it could already have a tenant in there. And once you have the money ready, whether you're using like a credit card where you transfer the funds over, you can go easily rehab it, then get your cash out and do the same thing and build slowly but surely.
Wait. So that's where I think you might have even went too fast for me. So American Heritage Credit Union, get a loan,
Yeah.
right in my personal name.
Yes.
Down payment.
Yep. So for the down payment, so you could buy a property, say $50,000 or 40,000. I bought a property for like 40,000.
I got that part, the 15%.
And
But
15%.
are you still doing rehab or no rehab?
The thing that is beautiful about it is that it's already occupied. So that means you already have a tenant in there that will cover that mortgage. So if you don't have the money today, what you can do is tell the bank, can I get a piggyback loan? And they'll give you like 5,000 or 10,000 to make some repairs in addition to the regular loan. So they're going to tell me, come to the table with my 15%. And then I may ask them to throw in an extra 5 or 10,000. Then when I'm ready to rehab, I have the money because I'm not doing a heavy rehab.
Got you. So now if I do that rehab, when the tenant moves out, then I go back and do the refi.
Yes, then you go back and do the refi. So I have bought something, for instance, for 40,000. Mm-hmm. I put the 15% down. That was a total of 4,000 plus another 4 or something like that. So you put so you put a small amount down. The tenant was already there paying like $800 or what have you, already covered the mortgage. Then I said, oh, let me go open up a credit card with like Franklin Mint Credit Union, and they gave me $15,000, nine months without interest payments. I'm able to take that $15,000, put in my bank account, and then I use that money to rehab it, and then I go do the refi, and they get appraised for $146,000. And then I'm able to take out.
Whoa, KR, come on, KR, wait. Did y'all hear what he just said? Drop some emojis if y'all heard what he just said. So can I rewind it, KR? Can I rewind it? Because you gave it. That was literally the whole key component to half of these people's problems. Right there with what you just said.
Yeah,
So look, everybody's not going to be a huge rehabber, right? So this is why I love KR's strategy, because you got people who don't really want to be dealing with contractors, dealing with ripping houses apart.
Permits.
So this is the easy 1-2 step. Call this the 1-2 step for my basketball players. This is the pump, fake, and go. Pump, fake, and go.
Exactly. Yes.
Really find a house that's already. So I'm gonna say, be careful with these tenants, because tenants are crazy. But if you find a property, at least make sure that it's easy rehab. When we say easy, you go in there and giving it a facelift, right? After you,
not hard work.
Go ahead. What'd you say, KR?
No hard work. If it's hard work, I leave. I just leave. I said, oh shit, they gotta do the floor. I'm not doing it. I didn't know it was gonna be that hard.
Right. So KR literally don't want no hard work at all. See, I take a smidget, right? So find something that don't need no hard work. Just literally just a facelift, y'all. So I'm gonna just use it for example. Grandmom's house. You know, grandmom's house got a good heater. She been getting the plumbing is still solid. You know, the windows is always good because grandmom don't like it cold in the house.
Yep.
Worst case scenario is got carpet wall to wall. Worst case scenario, it's still got a green or pink bathroom. You literally could go in there and paint the bathroom all white, change a vanity, put a new mirror. You could do all of that, change the carpet for like $5,000.
Yeah, you can even put a new little toilet in. I mean, and you'd be like, yo, I made this thing pop. Sometimes the cabinets don't even have to put brand new cabinets. Just paint them.
Right. So, and Janelle just said, yo, make sure the roof is good. Another thing. So again, if you make sure the roof, the plumbing, the heat is good, the electric, you know, the electrical, make sure, you know, it's not no crazy knob and tube all throughout. Yo, you could make it happen. And then literally all you're going to do is just paint it, get you a new tenant. And then like KR said, collect that rent and then eventually refinance it, pull your money back out. So he said, again, American Heritage. Then he said, if you can't get any money from American Heritage, he just told y'all, and I've been going to Franklin Mint. I've been a member of Franklin Mint since I was damn near 13. I got my first line of credit from Franklin Mint in my personal name. I really got laid off on a Monday. Before they found out I got laid off, I took my pay stubs to the bank because the old lady told me, he said, yo, go get a line of credit while you still got a job. But what I did was I went to Franklin Mint and Philly Federal Credit Union in the same day, and I got 2 line of credits in my personal name. In my personal name. And from there, like you said, that was all the money I needed to really get busy.
That's all. If you're not doing heavy lifting, I've never used a hard money lender. I just spent enough. I actually bought 5 houses last year in Harrisburg on the same block for $187,500. So that's basically like $37,000 each house, all fully occupied, and I'm getting like a 50% cash on cash return.
That's not your Philly houses. That's in where are those at?
I bought 5 houses in Harrisburg.
Harrisburg, okay.
5 houses for $187,000, $500. So basically, I got each house for like $37,000 already occupied. So I'm getting like a 50% cash on cash return. That was off the MLS.
Right, but with those, you waited to do the refi.
No, I haven't refied them. I just bought all 5 last year on the same block.
Oh, so you still got time though.
Oh, I got time, yeah. But what I'm saying is that it's amazing how people say, "Oh my goodness, it's so hard to find a good deal. I gotta rip the walls on. I gotta put a new toilet in. I gotta do all this." No, you just gotta make sure you have a good screening process. So when you do come across a deal, you can pull the trigger. And I got 5 houses. They're bringing in a lot of money, about $900 or $850 a pop. The mortgage is mad low. I'm getting like 50% cash on cash return. I haven't done any changes to those houses at all. But when I get ready, then we can make the thing fly, because I know I don't buy, like, even if you have like a flat roof you have to repair, when you do the inspection, that is the part of $2,000 I put inside of my estimate, up to $10,000 for max or $15,000 for rehab.
You there, KR?
You see me? You got me?
There you go. You back. You said the most you ever.
I was saying that
the most you ever spent
on the rehab is $30,000, and that's for supplies and labor.
Okay. But your preference is we not doing all of that. We in and out.
Oh hell no! I'm trying to even get cleaner now. I was like, oh hell no! So if the radiators, they look we just paint them a gray, paint them a white, something, make them feel good. We are not trying to recreate the will. The thing is that you just got to figure out what will make the bank. So if I had a $10,000 budget, I'm going to definitely probably beef up the kitchen, beef up the bathroom. That's going to make it pop. The other ones just paint it and then just refinish the floors, and we Gucci, we ready to go. Get your money, get out, go to the next deal.
Right. So and I'm saying that formula, I feel like it definitely could work for now, especially in this market where the prices are going up. So it's like a lot of cats are losing deals or not looking at deals because they're like, oh, they want too much money and I can't rip the house apart. No, again, there's other ways to skin this cat. So, you know, it may be some houses you will have enough budget to rip it apart. Some houses might be, look, it's a good location. It's going to cash flow. It's going to continue to appreciate. But, hey, maybe I could go in here, paint, change a door or two, and keep it pushing.
Yes. And the thing is that you got to be able to be flexible and nimble to work out not just your ordinary market. So everybody, when I went and pivot to decide to invest in Harrisburg in 2018, some people told me I was crazy. But what I like to do is go deep and start to infill. So I bought one property 2018, 2019, 2020. I bought a 14-unit building and with a restaurant down below in Harrisburg, and I bought 5 single families. So now I have 20 units in Harrisburg, because I spent all that time to analyze it. And I'm like, yo, these people tripping. 5 houses for $187,000. I gotta be a crackhead. I better buy all this before anybody else find out. And that's the same thing I did about Darby, because some people are like, don't invest in Darby. You crazy. In 2019, why are you gonna go there? I was like, I bought this house these buildings were owned by the Boathouse, this family. They had 3 units. They had 3 properties: 12 unit, 6 unit, and a 3 unit. I was analyzing them. I was like, yo, if I can buy those, I'm gonna be Gucci. So I bought the 6 unit first. Then I went after the 12 unit. They sold the triplex. And now I bought a 24 unit. So now I have 42 units in Darby, and that is going to help me with in terms of like my relationships with the inspector, in terms of relationship with the county. Also, I get to set the rent within this 10 block radius. So therefore, I become the king, kind of like the Godfather of Harlem, but the Godfather of Darby. And so that's what I like. And I tell people, look, I don't give a damn what you sell, what you call it, but don't call it KR Magic. So that's like my product. You want to put my product in that market. I don't give a damn what you call the stuff you selling, but don't water down my thing. We have a consistency. Like you go into the Apple store.
I got you, KR Magic. I got you.
I don't care.
Nah, that's good money, man. Nah, and Darby, like you said, you go in pockets that most people don't go to, but I know about Darby. So Darby does have a good demand, especially for rents, because you got people from Southwest, you got people from other suburbs as well, Yay and Lansdowne, that you can come get an affordable product with still the same kind of house in some of these other neighborhoods, or get you out the city, but not all the way to suburb out the city, kind of thing. But
Oh yeah.
definitely would be surprised. So like Darby, Sharon Hill, so that's definitely a good note. And dealing with those inspectors in the township, the fact that you own so many properties, now is like, yo, you build a rapport, and y'all could work something out, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, you expedite the whole process, and they see you're committed to it. I think what happens, especially if you're going to be like invest like KJ Consultant, you got to be. If you're ready, you don't have to get ready. So we already know our framework. We know what we want to buy. So when I saw the 5 houses in Harrisburg on Dolphin Street come on the market for 200K, I told the guy, I'll give you 200K. Then he signed the contract. And then after I did the inspection, I said, let's drop it by like 15 or something, like or 13,000. And he was all in. He wanted to retire. They were right next to each other. So it was a multi-family approach. So I think that you just got to be ready. If you're ready, you don't have to get ready. So you can pull that trigger immediately once you understand how to analyze these properties.
So question for you. If I wake up tomorrow and I say, hey, I want to start buying properties, right? I'm going to American Heritage. I'm going to basically ask, hey, I need to get a loan to get pre-approved. Is that
Yes,
that's where I should start?
you are 100% correct. Yes.
Okay. And then in regards to having money saved up, if I don't have any cash, like what else can I use? I think you mentioned your credit card. Did you mention
Yes.
401k?
Yep. You can use, like I was saying, you can go to like Franklin Med, Federal Credit Union, use a personal line of credit like you mentioned in your own name. The reason why I like this because the interest rate is lower. You could also get like a 9-month promotional where you get 9 months, you don't pay any interest, and you don't pay any money to transfer over into your personal account. So I have an account at Bank of America. They'll give me 9 months free, but they'll charge me 3% to put into my checking account. So that's the thing people don't know about with the credit unions. So you can switch the money over, and then you can pay your contractors or use that money for a down payment if you set it up correctly. So if you do that in advance, 3 months, 4 months prior, or maybe like 2 months prior, they don't want any unusual activity in your personal bank account within 60 days of getting a loan. You already had the money sitting there, it's seasoned. Now you got your down payment, which if you need 7,000 for the down payment, then you can use the other 7,000 in order to do the rehab, and then you Gucci. Or you can get money from like an aunt or a cousin, or a family member. But because we don't use so much money, people are more likely to give you $10,000, $20,000, or 15 in order to get a project from A to Z.
So you telling me we stop going to Miami or in
Jamaica.
Tulum, Mexico for a couple months, I could save up enough money for a crib and just go to American Heritage.
The way I tell
You froze, KR. You there? You there, KR? Turn your Wi-Fi off, KR. It might be your Wi-Fi. Turn your Wi-Fi off. KR, turn your Wi-Fi off. Slide your Wi-Fi down. Hold on, y'all. He coming back. He coming back. There he is. KR, turn your Wi-Fi off. Can you hear me? You turned your Wi-Fi off? Uh-oh, KR. Turn your Wi-Fi off. Hey, Reggie. All right, you did a quick power move. You outside now. All right, jumped out. He about to jump back in. But it's yo, BW 2020. Y'all silly, yo. Y'all silly. No, KR gonna get it. He gonna get it right. Nah, but yo, he was going in. He was going in. KR was literally what he just said. Yo, you don't have to buy. Let me see if we can get him back. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I said I'm with my family, so I'm not at home. You know, I'd be sitting with my little poster in the background and everything. So
No, it's cool. You got to swipe and bring your turn your Wi-Fi off. Because when you
I
go in the
don't know.
house and pick Wi-Fi, it's trying to mess with that Wi-Fi.
Oh, I don't know. I have people that do this, but is it working now?
Yeah, you good. You good.
See, this is what happened when I got to do stuff by myself. But this is working.
All right, yeah, you good. You
Go
good. Just
ahead.
stay still. You good. You keep spinning around. You good. No,
So,
but what was you saying before you cut out?
oh, I was saying that what's crazy is that we just have to be ready. If we're ready, we don't have to get ready. So once you start to understand, you have a framework to analyzing markets and individual deals, you can sit down and buy a property immediately off the MLS. So my business partner, Joe, bought like a property in Indiana, 30,000. All he had to put 20% down, which was $6,000. So if you save $500 a month for 12 months free, 12 months, that's going to be $6,000. That's a down payment for another rental. Years, you basically have 10 rentals and you just decide to buy them in various markets versus just being obsessed with one market.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. But my only question or pushback would be, how am I manage something in Kentucky? How am I get to Kentucky?
So that's the other thing. So like in my course, what we do is we give you like a template, questions to ask the property manager. We also work with you over the next 12 months, once a month to do a check-in. So when you're evaluating property managers, we're going to hold your hand and help you figure out the one that's appropriate, or you can use the ones that we already have in place.
Wait, so when's your next class?
July 10th.
All right, so we got some time.
Yep, you can save money. That's how you do it.
Save money for the course, get with KR, and then he can teach y'all this, and then he'll actually be coaching y'all through the next 12 months. And then
Yep.
over them 12 months, save money so you can buy your first property.
Yep, that's why we make it a 12-month engagement, because you may have the knowledge, right, but you're not ready to apply it. So our job is to coach you up, and we help you figure out the broker, the property manager, the lender, the mortgage broker. We work through the whole process with you so that you at the end say, man, I got a lot out of this course for $349, more so the access to us, and also a framework that you can use across different markets. I think that's what's hard. A lot of people know how to run, a lot of people know how to throw, a lot of people know how to catch. But my job and Joe's job is to teach you how to become a better runner, a better catcher, and a better thrower. And the way you sign up for our course, you just click on the link in my bio. But we do not, our courses, we don't want 50 people or 100 people. We make our courses, last course we had 23 people. We keep, it's a virtual course, we keep it really intimate because we want to build relationships with those people so they're successful. So we'll cap the class and say it's over. Like my mastermind course right now, it's exclusive, invitation only. We have 10 people, we're not accepting anybody else.
Got you. And so can I ask another question?
Go ahead.
So when it comes to the clients or just in general, what do you think is like the hardest part to grasp? What's like the biggest hurdle that people go through trying to get that first property?
I think the first thing is just being able to pull the trigger. I think so. A lot of people, they're on the fence. So you and I are coaches. We can work, we can motivate people. We can show them the template, the blueprint, which you guys definitely go to the event on May 29th. It's going to be fire. I can't be there, but I already bought my ticket. You got to represent. I think that's going to drop. Anthony Lee and Jackson, the investment blueprint is going to be hot. So is that we get exposure and we know exactly what to do, but we're afraid to take the next step. So if you get someone who can help you, and my job, Anthony's job, is to see gift within you. So by us pouring into you and someone checking on you, I think that will get you over the hump. I think most people are just really nervous that something can go wrong. And that's why we do easy breezy cover agreements, because we want to stack the odds in our favor. If I never told you had to gut the walls out and put a fancy thing in the bathroom and tell you to put recessed lights everywhere. I never told you to do all that crap. So if you do breezy stuff, you're likely to be successful. Now, even if you bought it for 30 and it appraised for 60 or 70, you should be happy because you only put 5,000 in the rehab. So don't be getting at me talking about, well, you know, the other guy got 140, he put 50,000 in. I said, that's because he put 50,000 and we put 5,000 in and we on to the next one.
All right, we got you. We got you. And we definitely appreciate that. But nah, that definitely was eye-opening just in regards to like, yo, and like even just listening to you now. Like, damn, I've been had those steps. I just wasn't utilizing them.
What's wild is that my appraisals, even though I'm doing these easy breezy cover girl appraisals, my house is appraised just as much as the people that do the full gut next door. They're like, oh my God, how did you do that? I'm like, because I go after good deals. So like I get a short sale. Sometimes I wait 10 months. I'm negotiating with the bank for 2 houses right next to each other. And then I go in and fix them up and put like 17,000 in total in each. And then they appraise them for well over 100 and something thousand. I'm taking away like 80,000, 100,000. People like, yo, I just killed myself. I tied up 100 grand to get only 50 grand. I said, damn, I would never do that. I'm lazy. You must really like work.
Yo, all right. Well, that's definitely noted. Definitely appreciated. But you said your class is going to be July
10th.
When?
July 10th.
All right. So you got KR's class July 10th, but then keep in mind you still got our class, the investment blueprint. Me, Lorenzo Jackson, Atia Blair, Tracy P, Tracy Real Estate, Buy the Hood. Man, the list goes on and on. May 29th tickets are selling out. We cutting off tickets actually on the 15th. So after the 15th, no more sales. So hit the link in my bio. Make sure you guys cop up. KR, another question for you though. When it comes to dealing with these properties, right? When you get to 105 doors, like how do I not get overwhelmed? How do I manage 105 doors at one time?
So what I would say is that what I would always recommend is I want you to build a track record first, and then you build the relationships, and then you'll be able to use that to manage all the other stuff. So first become really good at your single family. So all my single families are pretty much the same. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, nothing more and nothing less. And the reason why is because I know exactly how much I'm going to use to rehab those. I use the same tile. I use the same everything. I have garages. A lot of people don't rent garages. So I buy all my stuff in bulk. I buy like 20 toilets, 15 toilets, because I know I'm going to go farther. So once you master managing 1 property, then you move to 2, then you can move to 4. So put the systems in place. Then you're able to elevate and also start to spend time on figuring out how do you delegate and how do you share with other people. Don't be greedy. Some people are mad greedy. So they don't want to have given a part of the money away to a family member or a friend. what I would say is get one property, understand the whole process, get another property, understand the process, then take someone under your wing, spend some of your money while you're early on and while you're a young investor, so that you already have the infrastructure in place. So when you get big, you're like, oh baby, we've been waiting this for years. So I got the whole family set. We had 3 people working on managing one property. So now we ready for
Right. So build the systems out and build the process and build your team.
Yep. And you want to figure out how can I automate it. So like I use Buildium. I also use various other resources in order to make my life way, way easier.
When you say Buildium, what's Buildium for the people
So
who don't know?
Buildium is an app that you can use to manage your property. And also it's an app that you can use for your bookkeeping as well. So you can call them anytime. And every time you have an expense, you input it. You also can put your mortgages and all your details in there, which will cut down on the cost for having an account and do your day-to-day work. And it also, they have this other thing, Tenant Turner. I don't know, my team use it, where you can get a lockbox and people can come look at your units. So therefore, you don't even have to hire a realtor to come out and show your properties anymore. People can just sign up on their own. So once you start putting these things in place, so when I signed up for Buildium, I said, give me the contract for 200 properties. I know that's where I'm gonna be, or 100 properties in advance. So we ain't even got to
Right.
call him. My brother's like, oh, we already got it in the system. Just add them to the thing. We Gucci and we go on to the next thing. So what happens is that you got to keep it simple, smart person. Some people would say stupid, but keep it simple. You keep it simple, keep it clean. Everybody know, don't even bring me a four-bedroom house with 2 baths. Don't bring me a 5. I'm not cutting stuff up and putting in words. I'm not going to Center City to go get a permit. So you might as well just save that. Only time we pull a permit is when it's emergency and something fell apart. Then go get that damn permit. But other than that, I'm not going to wake up and say, oh, today I'm going to go build bricks. Oh, hell no. Today I'm going to collect money.
Right. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. I might have to get you to come to my triplex I just bought today. Maybe have me rethink my rehab process and see what I got going on.
Absolutely. Pop. So once you know exactly what the appraisers want, you're like, nah, don't do that. Some people be putting like recessed lights in a hallway thing that's going to add value. Be doing some wild things. No, you put it in the hallways. They be putting it in the bedrooms. It's like figuring out what is really going to make it pop. Do I really have to get the porcelain tile? Can I just get the cheap Home Depot tile? Would they really appraise for that? Like, I just had a house. I'm about to do a CoverGirl 2.0, which what I mean by that is I'm doing 4 properties. You buy it the first time, say that property I bought for 22,000, put 17,000 in, get appraised for 115. I took 80,000 in. Now it just got appraised again for like 140, 150. I'm gonna take another chunk of money out, and the interest rate's gonna go down. So we call it CoverGirl 2.0. So 4 properties I already refied, took all my money out, even more. I'm doing the same thing with a lower interest rate. I'm like, damn, this is the gift that keeps giving, and that's why I don't flip.
Nice. Because the properties keep giving back to you if you keep them.
We keep them, and the tenants are happy. We keep raising the rent, so it's a win-win.
And you said you pull out equity and the rents keep going up, so the cash flow is just endless.
Endless. Yep, make you want to wake up every day and do a cartwheel. I still do it sometimes too, just to make sure to see if I still got it.
All right, well, we definitely. So, question for you: when you're not managing 105 units, man, like what books, what podcasts you listening to these days? What books podcast you listening to?
So my favorite books, if you go to KJ Consulting, it lists all my favorite books. And if you click on interviews, Anthony Lee is up there. It'll list all the people that I've done interviews with. I have one coming up with Black Wealth Renaissance. I got to go down to Texas. So all these people that I've been interviewing with, I think they're the best. And the people that KJ Consulting follow, we really love those people. So those are the platforms I really like. My favorite books, just check out our books on our page.
Okay. You said you got one coming up in Texas, so you traveling for that one?
Oh yeah, for the Black Wealth Renaissance podcast.
All right, that's major. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's something even bigger in the works, but we're doing it. I want to be able to communicate and educate people across race, gender, everything. We want to be big in terms of having an impact. So we got some things going.
Okay. And then one more question for you. in regards to credit, what credit score do you think is a good score to start this investment process?
I actually think a lot of people will tell you that you need to have a perfect credit score, which I actually don't think. I have over 800, but I don't. If you have over 800 on a regular basis, I think something's wrong. I have over 800, but in the beginning, you got to take some damn risk. You're playing it too safe. So I actually tell people if you could start with a 580, go with the 580 because you got to get in the game. And so the credit unions and the small banks sometimes have programs that will work with you. Start low before you go high. So even if the banks say, look, we can't give you all, we can let you put the 15% down, the 20% down, get in the game. Sometimes you may make you take a whole 5 years to get to 680. So if you're like at 580, 600, let's go and find somebody that's willing to work with you. If you can get to 620, let's go. But I think
So
people like for you to have a 680. But what I'm saying is that if we can use our network, people believe in you, you get into a program, you take like a course, you take a course with the banker, sometimes with a credit person, then we can just buy the property. And then next time you'll get better terms. I hate when I find people who say, man, they want to give me the loan. I got a 580. They say I got to pay 5%. I said, hell, you lucky they even want to give you money at all. Just go take that and go.
right. So again, start where you are, people. Like literally, I can recap this for y'all, right? Start where you are. 580 credit score, 620 credit score, 700, 800. Start where you are. But just keep in mind, the goal is to just be in position. So if you got a 620, 660 or better, you're still in the game, right?
Oh,
But
still in the game.
but don't let it deter you.
Yep.
So what you want to do is if you know you want to embark on this journey and you know you don't have a lot of cash, hit up the credit union. Franklin Mint, Philadelphia Federal Credit Union,
Yep.
uh,
American Heritage, all those guys.
it's TrueMark. Apply for a personal line of credit. Just see what they give you.
You
If
see
they
what
give,
they give you.
if they give you 10 grand, take that 10 grand and go get a mortgage now through American Heritage, you said,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
American Heritage, TrueMark, any of them small credit union
Oh yeah,
banks.
I did it with Franklin. I do it with all of them. You basically it's like you trying to find somebody that want to date you, and you better keep on banging on doors. They may say, you know, you're a little too big, you know, a little too skinny. You're gonna find somebody that like you, and then you
Right.
get that deal. Just get that one deal. Then later you get better terms. When you improve your credit, you have more down payment. But at least you got to get in the game. Don't just keep watching us move mountains.
Right. Now, and that's the key. So like I remember my first house that I bought. Again, I used my first time home buyer loan. I bought a duplex. I literally went in there, changed the carpets, painted, and that was it. It was the only reason why I spent too much money was because I told the contractor how much money I had, and he made the budget for the total amount of money that I had. So never tell the contractor all the money you got. You let him tell you the price based on what you want. Um,
Mm-hmm.
literally my first one was that. My second one was literally I did what you did, but I used hard money. I just didn't do any rehab. So the tenant was in there paying rent. She had been there for 4 years. So I left it just like it was. If she was paying rent, she was happy, I was good. Once she moved out, I did a little rehab to it, and then I did the refi. So definitely KR ain't lying to y'all. He's giving y'all the true steps.
What?
Everybody just slightly tweaks it to what works for them. So
Oh
do
yeah,
what you do. Stop talking to all these people on Instagram and
yeah.
your cousin that bought houses 10 years ago that ain't bought a house since. Yo, just get in the game. Make it happen.
Just
Stop
what
complicated.
gets yeah, don't make it complicated. Then you got to spend 10,000, 50,000, 7,000 on courses. Just get one house. You'll have more experience. Go buy something next year. Don't try to be like everybody else. Run your own race, and before you do what's necessary, do what's possible. Find yourself doing the impossible. So people just get so worked up, and don't be afraid when you do buy the property and say it's tenant occupied. You are the new boss. Like we had a tenant the other day that accidentally called me, and I told my brother, because they wanted to be stalkers, I said, tell that tenant they have to move out. No one can ever call the owner. And she was about to cry and everything. Her rent is $850. I told my brother her rent will be $950. We're not making any changes. That's a 24% increase on a current tenant. We didn't pick this tenant, but as the landlord, you set the law. So make sure, you know how people go and get an annual physical every year to feel good? You need to give the tenant annual rent increases so they can feel good. So you got to get everybody into the system. We all have to see the doctor, and you're the landlord.
Okay, landlord doctor. I got you. I got you. All right. Well, we definitely appreciate it, KR. Any other questions y'all got for KR while y'all got them? Let me check the questions. I might have missed them. Make sure I ain't miss them. Lorenzo, fresh off that plane, he just jumped in here.
Oh, nice. What's up? And y'all better stop hating on my family Wi-Fi. Y'all crazy.
Nah, that's just the phone. You gotta take the Wi-Fi joint off when you get on here sometimes. You know, the phones be acting crazy, but it's all good. But nah, KR, we appreciate you giving us that time, especially with, you know, while you was with your family. Appreciate the dedication, man, and definitely salute to you. We definitely let us know when you drop the flyer for the class. We'll definitely send it out to everybody. But look, if y'all don't got no other questions, if y'all don't have no other questions, we definitely appreciate it. Don't forget, May 29th, few tickets left. Hit the link in my bio. Don't forget to get with KR for his mastermind in July. Seats are filling up. We look forward to you guys. Next week, we got the young OG, Derek Boone, coming on live, teaching y'all wholesale secrets and how to use business credit. So, you know, every Thursday, we're going to keep bringing that heat to y'all and try to help y'all get in the game. It's up to y'all to take advantage of it.
I'm gonna leave y'all on one note. Like Nuke had talked about, teach us how to get to those units. The thing, a lot of people, this is like for you guys, this is a nice little gem, as they like to say. In order to go from the single families, in order to buy the big units, the apartment buildings, what they want, the banks want to do is they want to see that you have a track record, that you have, you know how to manage a small business. It can be your credit business. It can be a real estate business. They just want to make sure you understand how to run a business and you have a track record. The next thing they're going to say is, do you have any experience as an operator? Why would we let you give you $1 million to manage a 20-unit building? So you want to let them know, look, I have a team together, and you give them like a short list of your team. The other thing they're gonna ask is, do you have the down payment? The down payments for big buildings, my $1.78 million building, we had to put $700,000 down. They wanted us to give them $35,000 to keep on reserves for a year, and the remaining money was for the down payment, 35%. So one, it's about your experience. Two, it's also about your relationships. Three is also about whether you have a net worth. So the big deals, they want to make sure that you have $1 million as your net worth outside your house. So you may have to partner with some big hitters, or pay a big hitter to come on as a guarantor for the loan. So I just want to leave you guys with that note, which was actually mean that you're elevating your game, going to the next level. But ain't nothing wrong with a little couple singles. We can all win a game. You don't have to hit home runs to win, but you have to get in the game, at least to have an attempt to win.
There you go. Well, definitely appreciate it, KR, man. Definitely, man. Enjoy. Be safe out there. And, you know, we'll catch you on the next one, brother.
All right. Thanks for having me. Talk to you guys. Follow KJ Consulting.
Thank you.